Side Scrollers is brought to you by you. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/sidescrollers. It's time for Side Scrollers on YouTube.com with me, Stuttering Craig. I like movies that have sand in them. Wow.
He doesn't like it in his mouth.
And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
I don't like the texture in my mouth.
What? And brought to you by you, the G2 community at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the number one gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and Twitch.tv. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig. Welcome to the number one video game and entertainment podcast starting at 11 a.m. Central Time on youtube.com/@SideScrollers podcast, airing right now with me as the host. It's Side Scrollers. Let's freaking go. Good Lord, do we have a good show today. We have quite possibly the biggest news in the history of video games. No hyperbole, zero in my voice. We're going to be talking about today. But first, let's introduce our esteemed panelist of great, wonderful people and Blabs.
Why am I muted? Anyway, I'm a pumpkin
Boomer!
I know, listen, you're the one starting late and I can't turn a microphone on. But look, I got pumpkins. I need to show this world. Look at that.
Show off your pumpkins.
I feel like Charlie Brown with the great pumpkin today.
That's not, it's honestly, me just saying show off your pumpkin sounds really wrong.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Show off your pumpkins, Blabs. Let's go.
I need to come on next time and just pick up like 2 pumpkins I have off the ground and be like, ta-da!
Well, here you go.
Yeah, I got them.
Well, I'm glad you got your pumpkins on today. You're looking mighty fall today.
It is. It's 46 degrees and pretty gross out. So yes, it's fall.
46 degrees in Guam? That's crazy. Wow.
I know. Weird, right?
Weird. I'll tell you, I bet you it's not 46 degrees where Desiree's at. How are you?
Hey.
Good to see you.
How's it going? It is not 46 degrees here. No, sadly.
We are in the wonderful North Texas area, the wondrous time of the year where it's like in the low to mid 70s. And we have that for a couple weeks. And it's like fake fall, but it's the best time of the year. So I will be spending some time outside this weekend, which is great. So looking forward to that. Hello, everybody. Glad everybody's here. We're going to have a good show today with our 46,631 friends tuning in today, which is great. Not live, but so growing quickly on the channel. Thank you guys very much for your support. Up 7,700 subscribers in the last 30 days. Let's freaking go. Thank you guys very much. Dare I say, Blabs, the fastest growing gaming podcast in the world?
You can say it.
I may say it. And speaking of Blabs, we have this thing called Spotify, which we've abused.
Yeah.
But we're back at it.
Mm-hmm. This entire week has actually been posted on Spotify. We just have been boomers and haven't been announced into the world. But guys, if you want to check us out on Spotify, we are there. I think we started last week actually, but this is the first full week it's up live. So yeah, you're welcome.
Ludicrous Fool says my mic sounds off. Do I sound off to you guys at all?
Yeah, I was trying to tell you in the private chat. I'm like, Craig.
How off?
I don't know. It just sounds a bit hot here and there. Like hot? It just comes in weird.
Okay. All right. Well, if it's hot, it's because yesterday I was tinkering with things on the back end of Streamlabs. Streamlabs. So when I was trying to stream Mega Man 4 and it did not work out. Do I sound better now?
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. It's wonders of having a mixer board right next to you. But yeah, so we got a good show today. We're talking about this Microsoft Activision deal, which is literally the biggest deal in video game history. $69 billion. Which
Interesting number.
can we make it more gaming appropriate? Like,
It should be like 69.
right. Like if it was like $69 billion and then at the end is like 69 cents. I mean, that'd be the greatest thing in the world. I'm just saying.
And just chucks over like 69 cents. Here, take the money.
Well, we're going to get into that in just a little bit. I want to remind you guys, we do have a Rumble channel at rumble.com/sidescrollers. We'd love for you guys to join us over there as we're closing in on 3,500 friends over there. We have a Twitter account or an X account as well at Sidescroller Pod, which we're posting little social clips over there. So make sure you guys hit the follow button. It's like extra bonus stuff for the social side. And an Instagram, don't we, Blabs?
Yes, we do. I've been posting some clips over there also and some memes. So it's a bit of everything. And it's fun.
Excellent. As always, once again, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. We'd love for you guys to join us as our goal by the end of the year is 50,000 subscribers. I think we can do it. We are less than 3,400 away right now. And we love to just spread the word.
Awesome.
Let people know what we got going on over here, which is great. Thank you, Desiree. Hit the thumbs up button, as our goal every show is 300 thumbs up. Right now we got some rookie numbers at 82. So let's bump that shit up and get that thing flying right now. I
thought of that song. You gotta bump it up.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't really remember how it goes, but I just remember you gotta bump it up.
Bump it up. Bump it up. And we're just gonna stop what we're doing right now. Just stop. Stop what we're doing right now. Everyone stop. Because Blabs, you got some singing to do. As the real smile bit has come in with the $100 super chat. Let's go.
Yay.
Says, tried to buy 20 memberships, but it wouldn't let me. So here's $100. Well, we appreciate that. Let's go. Thanks for all that you do. No, thank you for all that you do and allow us to do, because let's be real, we cannot do this without your support. So the super chat, Patreon, those memberships.
Craig, can I do my little doodly do right for on the piano for that?
Yeah. Oh man,
that deserves it for $100.
You're
If anybody comes in with the hundos, man, Desiree's going to be a straight concert
save me
pianist
from
today.
singing. Have Desiree play beautifully instead.
No. You're not getting out of this.
This person did not say what I was supposed to sing or the accent. So now
The
I
real
don't
smile
even know.
bit. Let us know what
Damn.
you'd like Blabs to sing and in what very culturally appropriating accent you'd like to hear it in.
Yes, I did Chinese last time.
It was
nobody DMX.
And
Chinese accent of DMX.
How many tweets did you see from that? And how many
None.
people were upset? Exactly, because people don't
Actually care because they know I'm not actually making fun of them.
Because 22-year-old white liberal girls out of college were here to be upset about. We don't have those in our audience.
True. They're not here.
Oh, there it is right here. I'm gonna make sure the real smile bit makes their way onto the wall right here. And it's the real smile bit coming in with the $100 right there. Bam!
Look at it.
Look at it on the wall.
Aaron W says Blab should speak jive.
Oh my God! Let's go. Let's go with that jive.
You've had to.
Question about jive.
That's
Have you
awesome.
done? You've had to done country already, right? Have you done a country accent?
No.
Really?
Nobody's asked.
Oh,
I've gotten Chinese.
Country's super easy.
I've gotten Scottish. And I can't remember what else it was. I feel like Indian. Yes, it was Indian where I'd be like, hello.
Well,
Yeah,
Blabs,
that's
keep an eye on the chat because we
Okay.
need to know what the real smile bit wants you to
He
sing.
was on YouTube side, right?
Yes, with the $100 super chat. That's outstanding. Thank you very much. And Dan Evil Robot coming in as a member. Let's go. That puts us at 1, as our goal is always 20 members throughout the show. So thank you very much, Dan. Greatly appreciate that. Let's freaking go. JF Raptor came in with 300 bits over on the Twitch side of things, making Twitch extremely relevant today. Says, greetings from Super Nintendo World. What?
Awesome.
Currently in a long line for Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. I still can't believe I'm here. Thanks. Janice, hold on. Janice, this is what I need you to do, okay? In 5 seconds, I need you to turn the volume of your phone up all the way so everybody can hear it. Okay, are you ready, Janice? Okay, on the count of 3. All right, Janice, raise it up. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody at Super Nintendo World in the ride for Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. Please open your phones right now and join us at youtube.com/side scrollers podcast. We would love to join you. If you pop in our chat and say hello, we would love to say hello back and get your perspective on Bowser's Challenge. Have a good day. All right. Janice, put the phone down. There you go. Sorry. Never fail, never miss an opportunity to promote. You know what I mean? It's important.
I can't do a Klingon accent.
Well, you better start researching.
That's Star Trek.
Go figure it out.
Okay,
Glad
come on, real small, but help me out, man.
You need to get some.
Gotta get good.
You better start listening to some Klingon real quick.
Oh,
all right.
No.
Sounds good. I'll tell you. You know what I'd like to hear? Shake it off. Shake it off in Klingon. Okay, there you go. All right, nice. Well, thank you so much.
Taylor Swift.
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Willing Through Life with Brian knows. It's good. It's good marketing right there. All right. So look, we got a lot going on today. Coming up a little bit later on at 2:00 Central Standard Time. So in roughly 2 hours and 44 minutes, Dan Vask and myself will be competing in the next iteration of the Retro Gaming Police. This time on Classic Doom, the OG 1993 version of Doom. Dan will be playing, and we're going to be doing a 2-hour speed run to see who can get the furthest in 2 hours. Dan will play this week. I will play next week. And we'll kind of go from there. Looking forward to it. So you can find us over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel, at Side Scrollers Plays. Link is down below. Which, by the way, new descriptions. Give it up for Blabs for filling out the description with all, like literally all of the emojis.
I went crazy.
Yes, you did go emoji crazy. And I did feel like they were put together by a 12-year-old girl.
I told you. I was like, I may have gone a little crazy, so I fixed it.
Yeah. Well, it's nuts. Oh, whoa. Who's that?
Sorry.
Who is it?
It's Mercs.
Get Mercs over here. Okay, let's
From the little dogs.
let's check out the little dog Mercs.
Mercs. Come here, Mercs. Come here.
Like, when you want them, they'll never come.
I know. Mercs, come here. Come here.
Misanthropy says,
later.
Mario stream next Friday. I thought Mario was coming out on Tuesday because I'm playing it the day. Listen, I will absolutely bump Dan Vask for Mario Wonder. I will bump his ass. But yes, Mario will 100% take priority over anything that is done because I promise that, and I will do it. Blabs, let us know when you're ready for your Klingon Shake It Off.
I've been trying to find it, but I can't do it. It's
Blabs.
It's not even a real language.
Of course it's not. It's like, but what really is a real language, Blabs? I mean, let's just be real. It's all just
all of them, Craig. All of them.
All of them. Hey, Vault says, has Twitch banned side scrollers yet? Not yet, but there will be a time where we're not able to perform on their platform because we will not sign their terms of service and their insanity attached to that. So there you go. You guys watching over on Rumble, welcome on out. It's always a pleasure to have you guys as we're growing a little bit more every single day as we have passed 3,500 followers over there. I didn't even look. Now we're approaching 4,000. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. Okay. Desiree, can you tell everybody where they can find you? Because you've been busy. You've been streaming every morning.
Yeah, I am on Kick. I've actually loved Kick. I feel like I've finally found my people. It's so nice. I was I felt like I was really closing the door on streaming because all the garbage and everything. And I just left that door open just a little sliver. And then here came another door, Kick. And I kicked it down.
Bam! Right there.
No, I've really been enjoying myself a lot. I do restream to YouTube at the same time. So, because I'm just trying to get my watch hours up on YouTube, but I do interact with the chat on YouTube as well. But it's mainly on Kick, the bulk people. Yeah.
Just past
Mostly-
1,000 followers. That's great.
Yeah, so it's been really great. I've really enjoyed it. Like they featured me a bunch, and yeah, it's been fun.
Well, you're super talented.
So
that's
how
fun.
can I convince y'all to come over to Kick?
Okay,
I
so
am on Kick.
so I've
You are
tried to
Kick.
add Kick. I've tried to add us to for side scrollers, but for some
Mhm.
reason the API or stream keys or something just doesn't work. I would love to stream over on Kick.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something
Yeah,
weird. Something weird with streaming.
StreamYards is very difficult to stream with Kick. It just seems to not work together.
Oh,
Yeah.
When
maybe.
you're
Well,
like,
that
when
might.
you're doing like multiple streams all at once, like restreaming, it just
Yes.
Oh. Huh.
So
Okay.
get with it, Kick. Figure it out,
Yeah.
or StreamYard.
Well, they're
which,
still in beta, so hopefully, things will keep improving. So
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of StreamYard, if you guys are into podcasting, we have an affiliate link down below. If you guys want to get into podcasting, be able to do fun things like this and put blabs on screen or do that or do this, do all sorts of professional podcasting stuff, or you just want to I don't know, have a meeting with your family and make them feel awkward. You can make a StreamYard account. Use our link down below. We'd greatly appreciate that. And if you become a paid member, we actually benefit from that, which is great. We have not yet seen any benefit from it as people have signed up, but we haven't reached like the threshold yet. I think it's like $50. So maybe one day we'll hit that $50 and we can get that payout, but we'll see. What Walby over on Rumble says, there's a side scrollers on Kick, but I don't see a follow button. Yes, we do have a side scrollers channel on Kick. The link is down in the description. It is kick.com/side scrollers. Wow, we have 213 followers over there. That's great. Great news. Didn't even know that. That's great. Well, thank you guys very much. All right, let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about today. So much. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Okay, thank you, Adam. Thank you, Paul, for that wonderful guitar riff. Hey, probably the first order of news is I want to let everybody know we've been in contact with Travis, and Travis is looking to probably make his return sometime next week to the show. So that'll be great. Travis has been going through some health stuff, was in the hospital, and that's probably the biggest point of news today. So I just wanted to make sure that Travis is getting healthy, and that's super important. So health is the most important thing, will always be the most important thing, way more important than what we do on a day-to-day basis. So, because here's the reality is that if we're not here, we can't do the show. But with all that said, let's get into the good stuff today, because we have some of the biggest news in video game history, which we're going to get to shortly. But first, I want to talk about a massive news in the world of physical media. We saw the PlayStation 5 Slim released the other day. Desiree, did you see the Slim released the other day?
no, I did not see it. No. Hello?
Is he not there anymore? Hi, Craig.
Oh,
Close Firefox.
Did I drop? It's not. I'm not using Firefox. I don't know what happened. Hold on. There we go. Okay, well, so what I was saying was we saw the announcement of the PlayStation 5 Slim the other day, which was there was a physical version, but there was also a digital version, which made it even more slim. The slim version of the PlayStation 5, and all it handles is digital media, which was a pretty big sign and something that has been worked towards for a long time now. The idea that physical media is kind of, well, it's going to be phased out over time. And we have a major retailer that is going to be moving and helping with that cause of phasing out physical media, as Best Buy will stop selling physical media as soon as Q1 2024. So in like
Quarter
3
one.
months.
Yeah, crazy.
And
That's crazy.
this has to do with video games and Blu-rays, which is it's very shocking to hear that they're just moving out of this entire space. This is according to multiple sources for the digital bits. Physical media sales could cease as early as Q1 2024. And we've, for me personally, I think this is interesting. as somebody who has owned a video game store before, I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I owned a video game store back in the day, and the thing, companies don't make money off selling video games. The margins are way too small, right? When we would buy a video game that we would sell for $60, it would be between $50 and $55. So we would make $5 profit off it, which is why companies like GameStop push used game sales so much, because the margins are considerably more. Oh, we'll give you $10 for this used game, but we'll turn around and sell it for 40, right? So when a company like Best Buy goes out and buys 100,000 copies of the new Mario game, the margins are so tiny on it. I think, and this can only be my guess, and as somebody who doesn't currently work in retail or doesn't know the big box strategy, but my only thought would be that they have it there as a way to bring people into the stores so they can buy higher margin items. But now it doesn't seem like it's worth it anymore because everything is going digital. Y'all's thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a boomer. I mean, I am just probably a boomer. But I don't like that everything's going digital. I want to have physical copies of stuff. I don't like feeling like things could just disappear. Like, I want physical copies. Am I a boomer for that? That opinion?
Because I'm 27, I agree too. So if everything is going to be in the cloud or whatever, who can say what they can take away from you, right? You don't actually own it, right? It's just there in the internet. So if there's no more internet, you can't even hold it. It's not even yours. It's not tangible. I don't like the idea of it. I mean, my Xbox has a disc, slot in it and everything, and I always would buy the disc when I used to play on Xbox. But now everything is Steam, and you can't even put those on CDs anymore because, you'd have 5,000 CDs for them. So even then, that sucks. I'm not for it at all because they can just take it away from you. Look what they're doing with Disney Plus. They alternate all the scenes in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, which is a kids show. Lilo and Stitch, which is a kids movie. And they do it from what is it, that Tom Hanks movie with the mermaid where they put more hair on her butt. They cover up her butt on Disney. It's crazy what they're doing. So I'm that's just... Nah, that's what we're gonna have eventually. You're not even gonna be able to see the original version of stuff anymore that came out, the original versions of games. They're gonna be gone.
Well, I think there's a larger conversation here as the shift to digital. I was actually talking about this to a guy last night I played basketball with. He was like, "What do you think of whatever?" And we were just talking. He asked about the PlayStation 5 Slim, and we were talking about how the larger issue attached to this is that some games are just going to go away. You'll never see certain games. You can still buy games from 1978 right now, right? They were physical games. They're still available, right? You will not be able to buy. There will be some games, and there's some games that have been lost already over the last 10, 15 years with digital downloads and stuff. Hundreds of thousands of games that you can no longer access unless you download them. You can no longer buy them either for licensing rights or they got pulled off the store, a marketplace, a digital marketplace, and they were only digital to begin with. I think of Konami made these wonderful little remakes on the Wii of Castlevania and Gradius and all these games, these major franchises from the 80s. They remade them. I think they're called Castlevania Rebirth and such. And you can't buy those anymore. So these are just games from a preservation standpoint. You will no longer have it anymore. The only way you'll be able to see these games, you'll never be able to play them, is through watching them on online platforms, whether it's Rumble, YouTube, whatever. Yep. And that sucks. I just think
you
that
see that already with newer games that came out in the last 20 years too. For example, I know Harry Potter, but Harry Potter doesn't have a license with the EA anymore. But you can't even play those games with EA or anything else anymore. They're just not existing. You have to go on eBay or Mercari just to be able to find those discs and play them. You can't, or else they're just not for sale on EA at all because they don't have the license for them.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah. So it's a really not going to say scary. Scary is not the right word. It's a really unfortunate thing for me Like I am 16-bit says I still have the Rebirth games, right? But so let's say you have they're on your Wii, they're on your Xbox 360 hard drive, they're on your whatever, right? They're on a hard drive. Will those hard drives be able to be sold in time, or will they be linked to your digital footprint? And because you have a hard drive, I mean, let's keep in mind that all hard drives now are internal on, on games. It's not like the Xbox 360 where you can take your hard drive off. Like all the hard drives are now built internally, so you'd have to open up your system to expand your hard drive and move to a whatever. I don't know. It's just really fucking sad. Like to
I
me,
don't see how this is gonna be profitable, honestly, because there's so many people who actually want to collect them and have them. I don't understand why you would want to make it only one thing.
Well-
because people love convenience, though.
Lazy people.
that's what-
Molly for everybody.
right.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Disco Cobra has come in with the $100
Lots of
Dollar.
balls.
Woohoo!
super chat. Let's freaking go. Can we get some sort of piano riff from that?
Yes.
Let's go. Oh, that's standing. Let's go, Disco Cobra. Blabs, read it off while I pop them on the
All right.
wall.
Might be a boomer or elder millennial take, but I always love going into stores to buy physical media. I mean, we have seen the writing on the wall even back in 2013 with the Xbox One DRM stuff. They have always wanted to go full digital, and the latest Xbox leaks confirms it.
Man, Disco Cobra, let's go. Yes, and I think this has been a consistent theme over the last 10 years or so, where this has been a shift over time. That's actually why I sold, or why we closed I didn't sell the video game store, we closed it, was because I saw this happening. I was actually way too early. I thought it was going to be happening way sooner, but I think 2011, maybe 2010 was when we had the store and we shut it, because I thought it was coming way sooner than this. But yeah, it's sad. And I will say this, there is kind of a bright side here on this. And Disco Cobra, thank you very much. You are on our wall, my friend. And Blaz will be singing All That She Wants Is Another Baby from Ace of Base in a Jamaican voice for you.
Oh, who requested that?
I did, because
Good
Disco
one.
Cobra didn't say anything. So go ahead, Blabs.
I gotta Google.
Okay.
All that she wants is another
I
baby.
know that song, but I want to get it right.
Disco Cobra, this is going to be for you, for sure. And by the way, Blabs is a horrible singer, but there is some good news on the other side of this. As a Ubisoft executive says, physical games may decline, but they will never go away. This is the other flip side of it. This came out earlier today, citing the collector's edition market, right? Because there will always be a collector's edition market. Chris Early, a senior vice president at the company behind Assassin's Creed, offered his viewpoint of box copies and actual discs, adding that he doesn't think they'll ever disappear. So if this is the case from a Ubisoft, once again, pretty big company, and they're saying, I think that there'll always be a collector's market. There's an aspect of gifting physical items and allowing access for people to be able to easily purchase a game in a store and gift them to a friend or family. Some people will always want to own a physical disc. I just don't think it's going to go away. Do I think physical discs sales might get low over time? Sure, but will ever go away? I don't think so. And I think we're all hoping and praying and crossing our fingers, and that is the case, because I hope it's not just from a collector's edition perspective, though, that they just sell the basic version of it as well. So,
I think it's also kind of sad. Like, there just used to be so many opportunities to go out in the world and see people and like bond over this stuff, like going into a game shop and talking about game, like seeing the games, or going to Blockbusters, like talking about movies. And it's just like, it feels like all that stuff is being slowly taken away. And it's just all like instant. And there's I know that there's still lots of like socializing and gaming, but just being actually out of your house and like see people. That's the part I like people. I don't know how I still like people, but I still like people. I like
Same.
being around people. So I get sad when like some of those like opportunities are sort of taken away, you know, to go into stores and like bond over common interest.
I feel
I don't
like
know.
no. I think that's totally valid in that when you went to Blockbuster, right? You went to Blockbuster
Mhm.
to rent a video, and I think most of our audience has been to Blockbuster except for Blabs. Blabs, do you ever go to Blockbuster as a
I've
kid?
been to Blockbuster 1,000 times when I was a kid. I even have the plushie still of like the rabbit and the guinea pig.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about though, because
Ah,
when you went to Blockbuster, there was time taken out of your day with an objective of I'm going to go find something that I'm going to watch, right? And you'd walk in, and there's a there's a slew of different movies literally surrounding you, rows and rows of them, and you take your time, and you would ask somebody, "Hey, what do you think of this?" Or, "Hey, you ask your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Hey, have you seen this one before? Have you seen this, right?" And now it's so, you're right, Desiree. It's so instantaneous that
Mhm.
that human connection, the feeling that you've devoted something into this movie, into this experience prior to actually starting it, right?
Mhm.
That, well, look, I got to commit to it now. It's so easy to on Netflix. I watch movies in like 15-minute increments, right? To
Mhm.
where I'll watch 10 minutes here, 10 minutes, 15 minutes here, and I just kind of pick it up and keep going. But when you'd have a physical copy, something from Blockbuster that you went to the store, you picked up, you had to commit that not only the time going there, the time going back, but also the hour and a half, 2 hours that it took to watch that movie in time, because you only had 2 days to watch it, or 3 days, or whatever it may be, So you had to make it a priority, which ultimately I think improved the experience. So I don't know, I feel like there's a lot there. And when you lose
Yeah.
physical media, it's I don't know, the world's not as fucking fun anymore. That's all.
no, it sucks.
Oh my God.
We're boomers, y'all. We're boomers.
Listen, no. We lived in a
Boomers
world,
are us.
we grew up in a world that was drastically better than today's
Mhm.
world. Drastically. And I know that my parents' generation said the exact same thing, and that's fine. But I'm telling you from my experience, like, these are things that the young Gen Z will never understand. My kids will never understand going to Blockbuster.
Yeah, it's far, far less social. And even our parents' generation probably was better than ours. Like, I mean, think about it. They got to go to like they'd have like full on big dances like every
Yep.
weekend. My mom would tell me about this all the time in high school. They'd all get together and just like have big fun dances. I'm like, that would have been a blast to do that.
Nobody
You know?
dances anymore. Nobody does any
Nobody
of this
does
stuff
any of
anymore.
that. Like, I mean, they don't even go to the malls now. You know, it's like nothing. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's
It's a little
okay.
dog.
Love it.
But yeah, it's I mean, it was an event when you go to Blockbuster. And then like if you were like trying to get a new release and there was like one copy left and you got it was so exciting, you know? And yeah, you'd be disappointed when you didn't get it, but then you'd find something else and it made you value everything more, you know? And just having like this instant gratification, it just seems to kind of diminish art in some sense. I don't know. It's almost like it's too easy to get it, you know?
Right. I recall, yeah, they had
Tom.
polio. So I will say this. I remember vividly, and I was probably, I don't know, 11, 12, 13 years old. We had a little home mom and pop video store. And I remember calling up there and timing out the days to when a video game would be back in shelf. They only had one or two copies of a game, right? So if the game was out, you would have to be there in time for when they returned it, right? So I recall, do you have Super Mario All Stars? Oh, no, it's out. Okay, well, when's it going to be back? And they said, well, it'll be back. They'll be back on Thursday. And you go, okay, can I, will you call me when it gets in? Will you call me when it returns? Or whatever it may be. And I remember calling and be like, do you have this game? Yes, I'll be right there. I lived like 3 miles away from this place. I got on my bike and I hoofed it as fast as I possibly could to get to this place. And I was there like in like 4 minutes, not really, but I was like, whoo. And I'll tell you this, I felt like I earned it. I felt like I earned it in a major way. And Desiree, you said something that I think everybody who experienced it knows the sheer, like, you want to talk about a dopamine hit? You get that last copy of Terminator 2 or whatever it is from the shelf that before that son of a bitch down there was going to get it, you got that copy. It's yours, something special about that, man. So, Dan Evil Robot came in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Dan. Says, I heard this similar news that Walmart is trying to make a deal to get all physical media Blu-rays. I'm not sure about video games to be only exclusive. So Blu-rays to be exclusive to Walmart. That's crazy. Wow, Dan, thank you. And thank you for your first super chat on the channel. Are Blu-rays still relevant? Am I out of loop on it? Do you? Okay. I think I've only bought one in my life, and that was like 6-7 years ago.
And my parents buy them. They have an international Blu-ray player, so they buy like Blu-rays from like Europe too, and they can play them all here.
Ooh, so fancy. It's so fancy with our international Blu-ray player.
Well, that's so stupid how you have to have different formats. Like, what the shit? Just make it universal.
Oh my God. Drive-by commenter says, the more intangible our media, the easier it is for gatekeepers to, quote, create content for the people in MGS style. That's right. Thank you, drive-by commenter. That's right. You can take out certain things, change things to reflect modern audiences and all that stuff. Kyle says, well, it looks like I'll be shopping less at Best Buy unless it's for hardware. GameStop should continue selling physical games along with comics and gaming-related toys to stay alive longer. I agree. And Kyle, you were asking about Melanie, by the way. Melanie's not on the show today. She had a family emergency she had to take care of. So, and thanks for Desiree for popping on today. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate that. And yeah, I think that's the ultimate thing. You vote with your wallet. If you don't like this decision, vote with your wallet. Don't shop there anymore. Very simple. Leora came in, says physical media won't fully go away anytime soon. Yeah, well, it's all part of that 2030 agenda, isn't it? You will own nothing. Cajun Corey came into the $4.99. Says, happy Friday, Craig and Blabs. 1 week until Super Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2. Can't wait.
I actually started playing Spider-Man this week. My first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
I love Swinging Man. Woo! Fun.
You love Swinging Man?
Yeah, I'm just going, woohoo!
Let's go. All right. Disco Cobra came back, says, it's just sad to see it happen. I still love buying CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K, and all that. I hate that they want to fully phase it out. Yes, they do. And I think it all comes down to cost. It's just considerably cheaper to distribute it that way. What's interesting about that? And I literally just thought of this as I was reading that. When a distributor pays for a physical, or when a company pays for a physical copy to go out and they distribute it out to a Walmart, a Best Buy, etc., that's where they make their profit, right? When they do that, when they release a game digitally, they forfeit 30% to the platform, right? So if you sell a game for $60, they make, we'll just round it off to 45 or whatever it is, right? You wonder what they make more on. I mean, clearly they make more on the digital side, right? I mean, I would think, because the cost of the disc and everything else associated with it. I don't know. Just something I was thinking about. Any insight on that from anybody? Blabs, do you know anything about that? No?
Mm-mm.
Desiree, you know anything about that? No? Okay. No, it's just, that's my brain just spinning like a hamster wheel.
You know what I was just thinking, though?
Mm-hmm.
This is where my mind goes.
Please.
As I was thinking, how sad would it be if one day, they won't print pictures anymore, and you can only have pictures stored on the cloud, and have frames where you have to hook it up, that are all digital. That would be awful. But that would just be my worst fear, because
you'd have to go to a museum to see photos.
This is getting too dystopian. I don't like it. Let's go.
The new review says, oh, look, it's me. I mean, my other self. Well, hi, Blabs.
I am Megan. I'm albino Megan. It's fine.
Okay, that's kind of weird. Nodding came in and says, This is just going to encourage piracy even more. Best Buy
yeah.
will be dead in a few years. Their stores have gotten small enough as is. Thank you, Notting. Appreciate that. Disco Cobra came back huge today. Says, I still go to places like The Exchange, which is like a buy, sell, trade place around in my area. Love going places just to find cool stuff and BS about it, right? And I think that's the other thing is, and Disco Cobra nails this, the idea of going to a physical place and finding something unexpected that you didn't know you wanted to find. And then you discover it. And it's like, oh, that's awesome. Amazing. Thank you, Disco Cobra. Appreciate that. Hayden came in with a 10. Says, streaming and digital media are ruining entertainment. Hayden, you're my boy. He says, now they're just churning out garbage because the choice doesn't have to be made. You will consume the garbage is their motto. Maybe we'll put that on our back wall over here. You will consume the garbage. Thank you, Hayden. You've given us the new side strollers motto.
Nice.
Love it. Upus came in with the membership for 6 months. Says, not chilling for good old games, but when you buy a game there, you own it. Download it to your hard drive or whatever, and share the games with friends at any time. And thank you, Upus. Appreciate that. Shad's Bear came in and says, Craig, they make way, way, way less from digital. Really? Oh, man, I would love to see a breakdown of that. Maybe it's just the ease of doing it. Well, thank you, Shad's Bear, Muzzled and Chain. It's kind of awkward and cool, but I like the name of it all for sure. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Well, let's we got a few Rumble rants. Dude says the moment physical goes away is the moment I stop caring about modern gaming. Followed up with says the one thing I really do like about the PS5 Slim is that the disk drive can be added through a separate purchase later. That is cool. That will be a great way going forward, especially since disk drives can die. Vault came in and says, I'm still trying to get through my PS2 and PS3 games. I barely tapped my PS4 games except for Medieval, which was a remastered PS1 game. Physical media is superior. And that Don Parker says, I remember pre-ordering an awful rom-com on DVD and being super excited to have it in my hands only because I was an extra in the movie. And I'm in it for 2 seconds. And what movie is that?
That's cool.
Parker. Let's go. Love that. Great stuff. Dude also says Best Buy would have lost me as a customer with this decision if they hadn't already, due to the discrimination for managers. Physical is king because you can't censor what is already printed. This is true. All true. All right, man. Lots of really interesting points there. And as Dan comes in with a 5, says, "Hey Dan, thank you very much."
That's
like
Van Dask. That's
I'm
not
sorry.
actually Dan.
It is Van Dask. See that's what happens.
It's his evil counterpart.
Damn Van Dask. Damn you. I was like, man, I like your crazy glasses there, Van Dask. I've been going to thrift shops to buy old VHS tapes of classic movies. Physical media is the only way. Thanks, Van Dask, you bastard. I get so like. Whatever. It's so stupid. All right. What? No, hold on. That Don Parker was an extra in She's Out of My League? You called that a crappy rom-com? I love She's Out of My League. Are you kidding me?
Isn't that what's his face's name in it? Jay?
What's his face? It's like the best. It's one of my favorite little rom-coms ever.
What's the actor's name?
I don't know this
Michelle
one.
Or something like that?
Oh my God. That's such a good movie. Jay Burchell.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
I've seen that movie. It's all right. It's
I
fun.
love that movie. It's so fun.
A good rom-com I haven't seen.
Yeah, listen, you need to check out She's Out of My League. It's probably on Netflix or something. It's exactly what it sounds like.
The last time I saw it was on Netflix.
Hey, listen, at one point, this guy gets his balls shaved by his best friend, and it's hilarious. It's the
You just
funniest.
ruined the movie. The whole plot is just ruined for Des right now.
What, the ball shaving? Just saying.
It's all ruined.
It's really fucking funny. It's really funny. All right. Okay. Sorry. Now we're gonna make the smooth transition from shaving balls,
just like his balls shaved,
to the biggest story in video games now, possibly ever. All right. It is done. It is done. Activision and Blizzard have become one company $69 billion later, and about 18 months of litigation going through multiple companies, multiple boards in the United States, the United Kingdom, all saying no, working through, going to court. They have fought, they have battled, and now we have a giant, mega company in the form, I'm guessing, called Activision Blizzard King, or maybe just Xbox. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
what are they gonna call it? Just continue calling it Xbox?
I have no idea. No, I don't know. But
Xbox Plus.
right. So they released a stellar trailer to this, like legit, probably one of my favorite trailers ever released in a video for anything video game related ever. I don't think we can watch it. We'll watch like the first 20 seconds. Here we go. If it'll play, which, damn it, X, you suck. Man, X suck. Does X suck? Does it? X does have the worst video player, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't let you play GIFs. Oh, it's horrific.
That's weird. But if you haven't seen this, all right, here we go. Let's do this now.
I have it on YouTube if you want.
He's on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow.
Now, Desiree, I know that you know
Oklahoma.
this. Yeah, like that's legitimately one of my favorite songs ever.
It
I
is.
love
He
it.
sang it before.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Yeah, I love it. So good. Thank you.
Great job.
But
That's
they,
a great song.
it is. It's a phenomenal song, but they use that song throughout it. And what they're doing throughout this trailer is they're showing all the different franchises coming together under one
Home.
family.
Family.
So, and it's a really cool trailer. I mean, it's got Fallout in it and Minecraft, Call of
It's
Duty.
done really well. It has a very big agenda.
Of course, the agenda is this is a great $69 billion deal. You're gonna love it.
But no,
right?
it's just member berries galore. They're pulling all the best stuff and they're making it come together like it's some MCU trailer where they're like, oh, we're all coming together, and they're syncing everybody up as if they're all talking together. It's very well made. It's props to them. They did a good job.
Very manipulative.
Yep.
Well,
The music, everything.
I mean, I would think that naturally it would have to be manipulative. I mean, isn't that the idea of a trailer to begin with, is to manipulate you into being like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, to
You know?
sell.
It is.
But this is the most gamer acquisition in the world. We talked about this prior to going on, but the purchase price of $69 billion is amazing. And in so many ways. And I looked at this and this reminded me that in addition to the main franchises, they're also, they have all these mobile franchises that they now own as well. All those this is not to be overlooked. The King aspect of things. The King is a major publisher in the online mobile space, which Blabs, will you look up all the franchises King has as well? Because I think, to put this in perspective, we had Blabs went in and she found all the franchises that Activision owned, all the franchises that Blizzard owned, all the franchises that Xbox owned. And when you look at these, and obviously King as well, when you look at these, this is a who's who of what's what of not video games, but money making. If we just look at this right here, Minecraft, Diablo, Warcraft, Call of Duty, Fallout, Halo, Forza, Elder Scrolls, Sea of Thieves, Tony Hawk Pro Skater, Candy Crush, StarCraft, Doom, Crash. These are massive, massive industry-changing games, and they're all owned by one company now. Is this good for video games?
No, it's not. Because it's all going to be one giant idea formed in one monopoly. And instead of having all these different people competing for it and, competing against each other, which makes better games, because if you're all competing for the best thing, for the best sale, you want to be the number one. So I just feel like this is going to turn out a bunch of lazy video games, actually.
Let's do a poll in the chat, Blabs. Is this move good for video games? I think that's a really good open-ended, broad question, because as Sal comes in with the $2 super chat, says, "Glad we have laws to stop monopolies from." Oh wait, right? And I think that was probably the most shocking thing with this is a $69 billion deal. Is that more than what Twitter was paid for? How much was Twitter bought for?
Wasn't it like 10 billion or something like that? No, I don't know.
But I feel like this is the biggest acquisition I've ever seen. 69 billion.
Well, actually, I wonder. So, Disney bought Lucasfilm for $4 billion back in 2012. I wonder what that is now with inflation today now. But this is very similar to what I was telling Desiree before we went live. Is that it's kind of like Disney, where Disney just buys everything left and right, and now it's just like Disney versus Warner Brothers, and that's really it left. So
Twitter was $44 billion. $44 billion or 50. I'm sorry. Yeah, $44 billion, $54 a share. So yeah, this is the largest public acquisition I've ever seen before. This is crazy. And when you see all this put together, we had a discussion while I was streaming the other day about, or maybe it was during Side Scrollers. Either way, I was live and somebody mentioned the idea of video games. They've lost their charm. Right? They've lost some of their. Do you feel like video games have lost their charm? And my response to that was, I think that when you dealt with games in the 80s and 90s, you had very small teams. And as these businesses have gotten bigger, the teams that are developing these games have gotten considerably, obviously massive. So the idea of one voice that permeates through the entire dev team is kind of lost. Now you have managers upon managers all overseeing people, and they're going up to the lead vision here, which ultimately can change the original vision for what the game was meant to be. So in that sense, yes, I think that games have lost their charm. But I do think, and I say AAA games, but I do think that there are a ton of indie devs out there that have teams of 8 to 20 that are small, hang out, that they live together, they make games. I think of the people who made the Sea of Stars game, The Messenger. That's a small team that just produces really good, high quality, kind of old school games. I think that has a ton of heart. Mm-hmm. McLeod says, bring back double A studios. Well, I don't know if they ever, but I understand your sentiment there for sure. So. I don't know, Desiree, what are your thoughts on? Are there any old school Activision or Blizzard games that you played? From this list, did you play any of these games here that are now under this one big company?
Yeah, I mean, I've played a lot of those games. I mean, I think competition is always is a good thing, and having lots. I think that stuff like this gets rid of competition, and the quality of everything is going to go down. So. I mean, I'm just kind of more of a pro individual person in general in all areas. So I never like it if I feel like some company has too much control. So I don't think it's a good idea. It feels a little like Galactic Empire, I don't know.
Right.
Right.
So according to this article here, it says, following the announcement of the deal, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick announced in a letter to his staff that he would step down at the end of 2023. I've long said that I'm fully committed to helping with the transition. Phil Spencer and I look forward to working together on a smooth integration for our team and players. So I don't know if you guys know anything about Bobby Kotick. He's been around in the gaming space for a long time. And I think this is his swan song. I think he's receiving a giant bundle of cash and is like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
I'm out.
Yeah, and probably rightfully so. So Says, despite concerns from rivals such as PlayStation maker Sony and regulators over competition in the gaming industry, Mr. Spencer, who is the chief executive of Microsoft Gaming, sought to reassure gamers. Whether you plan Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, PC, or mobile, you are welcome here, and will remain welcome, even if Xbox isn't where you play your favorite franchise. Because when everyone plays, we all win. We believe our news today will unlock a world of possibilities for more ways to play. So there you go. It's kind of, there's your propaganda right there for you.
You know, Tom's right. How many CEOs are named Bob? Is that like a requirement? Right? Like how many of them?
Maybe we should
Name the Bob,
find
Craig.
out how many CEOs. What's
Okay,
that?
all right. I was gonna say change
I'm
name
no
to Bob.
CEO. I'm no
Flat
CEO.
scrollers.
Yeah. Hayden came in with the $20 super chat. Thank you very much, Hayden. Says they should make things the way Kojima did, the original Metal Gear Solid. One of the codec frequencies you needed to advance the game was in a screenshot on the back of the case. Great anti-piracy move. Oh, I love that. Yes. Speaking of the digital side of things, Hayden, that's awesome. There were several things like that back in the day. There were great anti-piracy moves. But once again, if you didn't have the case, then you're screwed. You're screwed. Love that, Hayden. Really brilliant stuff. That'd be a really fun thing to talk about, is great anti-piracy measures that have been taken by developers over the years.
Well, I found this article on ABC News from 2011 talking about most popular names for CEOs, and Bob is one of the top 5. There you go. The first one was Peter, which I don't know any Peters anymore. Right?
Peters? Man, I know one Peter, and he's a billionaire.
There you go.
A multi-billionaire. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then for women, it's Deborah, Sally, Deborah, Cynthia, and Carolyn.
Debbie?
Yeah, lots of Debbies.
Lots of Deborah. Deborah.
Yeah. And then there's Bob, Jack, Bruce, Fred, and Peter.
Is Deborah the most pretentious name, or is it the most like
Karen
80s
has now
name?
become it, because everyone just makes it like a
bullshit.
Karen.
That's
they
bullshit.
ruined it.
No. They ruined it, but I think or Debbie.
Deborah definitely sounds very pretentious.
I had this teacher named Deborah, and I swear she had triple E boobs. She was wild, man. She was like this giant woman with she never wore a bra. I was like boom, and she was teaching anatomy of livestock. Wild.
Cool story, Blabs.
I thought I'd share.
Chat, what's the most pretentious name? And don't say Craig. All right. So there you go. Congratulations on the $69 billion acquisition with Microsoft picking up the Call of Duty maker Activision Blizzard. Legend again and says, I like grabbing weird indie horror movies on Blu-ray and DVD. These things would probably be lost in digital. Oh yeah, absolutely. You are correct. Melodic Method says Craig fell for the Member Berries trailer. Yes. Did you not? How could you not? It had the theme from Oklahoma in it, or Oklahoma, whatever it is.
He doesn't even know the song, but it's fine.
There's a bright golden haze. Sorry. Death Bruce says, anyone notice how pretty the anti-ESG girls are? Death Proof.
It's true. You gotta pay attention. It's true.
ESG girls.
Yeah. Anti-woke, basically.
What did I miss here? What did I miss?
All the ones who are screaming for wokeness and video games and entertainment, they're all not very pleasant to look at upon the eye. So yeah, it's true.
Oh, okay, yeah, the ESG, environmental, social, and corporate governance. Yeah, right. Where's Adam at? By the way,
anytime you say ESG, it just pops out and goes, oh.
Yeah, I think he was trying to pay us a compliment, Blabs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
let's go.
I see you.
Love it. Nice. All right. Let's move on to our next story here. This is always fun to talk about.
We have to finish the poll first. So,
yeah. What's the poll say?
Ending the poll. We are at, it's loading. Hello, YouTube. Okay. Is the purchase good for video games? 80% said no, 19% said yes, 227 votes.
Oh, cool. Nice. Very good. Well, now we know. You guys think this is a horrible move for video games, and
Well,
video
yeah.
games will be horrible for years and years to come. Okay, so we just got done with the big actors strike in Hollywood or whatever, or is it done? We're not quite sure. Blabs, what was the thing that you're showing me earlier about the actors strike that Gary tweeted
Gary
it out?
posted that, but then I went and looked some stuff up, and I didn't really find a lot. But apparently, they couldn't find an agreement, so they were supposed to meet up on Wednesday to discuss negotiations again. And from what I'm understanding, there was no agreement, and it's still up in the air.
Well, one of the major sticking points in it was the use of artificial intelligence for multiple reasons. This is the first time I've seen this, though, as I don't know who Christopher Mark is, but he definitely supports the SAG-AFTRA folks. But he tweeted this out. He says, "Noticed it's a whole row of AI actors," and this is from a Disney Plus movie or show. I'm guessing this is High School Musical, like the series.
So High School Musical, the show, or like the TV show, came out like 2-3 years ago at this point. I think they're on season 5. I don't even know. Whatever it is, it's still going on. And I'm pretty sure this clip is from last year where they had AI in the background because I think it was due to COVID regulations or something. But it doesn't look very good.
So this is a 2-second clip. It's about 1 second of just Desiree, you tell us if you notice anything here. So
yeah, you can obviously tell.
Yes, the people in the background.
Yeah, they are scary. The lady in the yellow is creeping me out.
Right, and as you scroll down, you'll see people have started making GIFs out of this lady because it's pretty amazing that I guess it's the entire scene here. But yeah, this lady just over here doing loops.
I have nightmares tonight now.
And the two guys in front of her are the exact same. Just one has a birthmark on it. Look at them. Look at those two guys.
These guys?
They're so similar. Look at them. Same facial expression, same emptiness. They're like
Blabs.
Wait, are they not real too?
These are real people.
No way.
These are real people.
What's wrong with them?
The people in the background are the fake people, Blabs.
I thought they were all fake. They look horrific. What's wrong with them?
What are they watching?
Blabs.
I have no shame.
Look at this poor guy over here just getting destroyed by Blabs.
He looks like he's seen death, okay?
So sad. Blabs.
He doesn't want to be
real
there.
person
It's
with
like
real
it's just another
feelings.
paycheck.
We just want to make fun of the girl in yellow. She's not real.
Yeah, over here. The chat does not feel it. Magnificent Devil. That motherfucker is not real.
They can't be real. Look at them. They look so vacant. They're like, yay.
Well, I mean, it's a 2-second clean where they're supposed to. Yeah, that's outstanding. So
I even told you before the stream, those two guys look like twins. They didn't even bother. They just added a birthmark to one of them. Was like, boom, done. AI.
Well, I heard that, and I just kind of disregarded it because I wasn't quite sure what you were looking at.
I talked to him so much, guys, and Craig just goes whoop.
No. So Blabs, is this Asian lady a real person?
No.
Let's play real or fake with Blabs. Real or fake?
Real.
Okay.
They're all fake. You can't tell me otherwise. They all look terrible. They all look like they're vacant. Ugh, fake. It's fake. All
fake back here?
They're all fake.
Yeah, I think the line is that those
4,
here,
yeah, or maybe
you can tell.
Oh, you think this guy's fake?
No, him too. He's included. I was saying that.
He's real. Yeah.
There's a huge.
They look like they're on a different layer. Yeah.
It looks like they literally filmed in front of a green screen, those 4 together, and then a huge space, and then the one dude by himself. They're like, "Now you can't sit with us, Mean Girl style."
I mean, that's legitimately spectacular. I don't even know how to describe that's, and it's bad too. It's not good AI, and you've seen CG people for a long time, long time in movies. But I don't know if we've seen them this close to the action, which I think is what's so alarming. You know,
Yep.
you've
Shouldn't
seen
have never done the Polar Express. Just think.
fucking.
It all went
Oh,
down
that
there off
movie
the Polar
scares
Express.
me.
It actually creeped me out too.
Scary.
I thought it was
I-
too weird.
No,
Like,
I don't
didn't
like it.
it.
Everyone's just Tom Hanks. Everyone just starts around me singing. Like, I don't understand. No, stop. I don't like it.
It's called a musical, Blabs.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that kind. I like Sound of Music, Mary Poppins, not freaking scary thing with like that scary part of the train where that little kid goes around. It's like Tom Hanks is every scary person you could think of. No.
So before we had CGI put in, I think of one movie in particular that I go back to. Oh yeah, this is a great example of it. Here we go. Where I remember watching the Mighty Ducks as a kid, and Mighty Ducks 2 in particular, where they're playing at the Junior Goodwill games. Desiree, have you seen Mighty Ducks?
Of course.
Right. Absolute
All the
classic.
I've seen Mighty Ducks too.
Right. You have, Blabs.
Yes.
Two's the one with like the mean Iceland. Like there's a blonde girl, right? Is that 2? Yeah.
Well, she's not mean though.
Yeah, she turns out being good, like a love interest.
Yeah, she's the love interest for like,
course.
It's just kind of like a side quest in the movie. But in that movie, they're like in downtown LA and they're playing in like big arenas and stuff. But if you look closely in this movie, and I discovered this many years later, thanks to Disney Plus, when you could pause the movie and you can go in and go frame by frame through. You look at this and you look at like there are scenes here where they have tight shots of the crowd and they're like, yeah, and they got all their extras in the background. They're focused on like a couple actors. But then when you pan out and you look at like the audience here, it's all like cardboard cutouts. That's all it is. And it's amazing to see some of the shots when they go to the corners, and it's just cardboard cutouts of people being like this. And it's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, it's so good. It's
Can you
so
imagine
good.
walking through them all and be like, ah? Everyone's like, ah.
That was CG before CG was a thing.
That's like almost about the same quality too. You know?
It was rough. Peter came in. Blabs, go and read this one off.
Those CG people are the average Ahsoka fans.
There you go, Peter. Thank you very
Not
much.
wrong.
And Dan came back, says, yeah, AI people in the background look fake. That's right. And apparently people in the foreground too, right, Blabs?
Absolutely.
All right, man. Let's see what else we got today. Oh, speaking of physical things, I thought this is a really interesting story today. Okay. Considering all the things we talked about with physical media and digital media and stuff, Netflix apparently is opening physical stores, which
Oh, wow.
really seems counterproductive to the idea that Netflix was successful and put physical stores, i.e. Blockbuster, literally out of business. So
what would they sell?
well, they're opening physical stores where fans can binge merch. I don't know, you can binge merch. Themed food and live events. And it's all built around these Netflix shows at the Netflix house. So
like sell merch of things of their shows, basically. So it's not consuming the media. It's just like buy a Game of Thrones t-shirt kind of thing. So
Yeah, a merchandise store.
with live events, says Netflix says it plans to open a new line of retail shops called Netflix House, where fans can immerse themselves in the worlds of Stranger Things, Squid Games, Bridgerton, and more of their favorite movies and TV shows. But the idea, these have to be larger than just like retail shops if you're holding live events at them. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know how well they're going to do either. Is it going to be like a tourist trap, like a location? Because it's got to be somewhere where a lot of people will be able to go to and have a lot of access to get there. Maybe like somewhere in Orlando.
Well, last year they did a couple pop-up shops called Netflix Bites. And, have you guys been to a pop-up shop before?
I mean, does like Halloween stores count where they just show up?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's like the quintessential pop-up shop. But
Mhm.
the idea is they take over some vacated space for like 3 months and they put it up there. It's kind of like a novelty, right? And they saw, I guess, pretty good success with that. But Netflix says it will open 2 Netflix house locations in the U.S. in 2025 and then expand the stores globally afterwards. Each store will have a rotating installations, including ticketed shows and restaurants with food ranging from fast casual to high-end dining, desserts and spirits inspired by unscripted shows like cooking shows and popular series. I don't know. Like, this seems kind of lame, but also I'm like, it seems kind of fun if you're really into those shows, right?
Yeah.
Am I stupid at this?
I mean, if they have really good merch and stuff like that, and they make it really great for you to go visit, then yeah, sure. But if they have to make it like a good time,
Kind of like a Hard Rock Cafe,
yeah.
Universal, little ride, not a ride, but destination.
I think that I was really kind of, I don't know. I may need to go back and watch the replay of this of when I was reading that, because as I was reading that, I was like, this sounds really stupid. Then they started talking about food, and I was like, all right, food.
It's gotta be really picturesque too, so people can take all their selfies and whatnot and just slap it all over Instagram and Twitter and all that, so it gets a lot of buzz.
Of course. I mean, I worked with a few companies, and their tagline was, if a kid doesn't post it on social media, did it really actually happen?
Shit, huh?
Like, that's literally how it works. So, but I don't know. Like, I can't imagine going to a Netflix house for high-end dining. That's just me. But
Do they have a menu or anything?
Nah, it's way too early for that. But
I'd be curious about that.
I do think it is fun to have, like, to go and get some drinks or some food that's based off of like cooking shows on Netflix. I think that'd be kind of fun,
Yeah.
But that's just me.
That's a good idea.
So whatever. But I just think there's immense irony here of the idea of going physical when they've literally moved entirely from physical to the point where they, up until, I think at the start of this month, they stopped with their red envelope DVDs.
Yeah.
We talked about that story a few weeks ago as well. So yeah, pretty crazy. They've totally moved away from that.
Well, we were just saying earlier, I was saying earlier, that's what I miss. So it's an opportunity to get out there and see people and do something. So
yes. All right. Listen, we got we got one more amazing story to talk about today. But first, I want to read off these super chats. As Spoonderderg says, since AI was mentioned, anyone run it natively?
What does that mean?
Spoonderderg, your intelligence is greater than ours, and I don't understand what you just said.
Where's Grant? I need Grant.
Hayden says, wait, so Netflix is opening fancy movie theaters?
Can you imagine?
There is kind of a twinge to that, right? Just a twinge of truth to the idea that they are kind of opening these destinations for this, for their properties, which sounds kind of fun. So Vault came in with the Rumble rant, says maybe the popular CEO names are similar to the monarchy thing. When Victoria became queen in 1837, the Privy Council wanted her to change her name to Elizabeth, change her name to Bob to become CEO. There are rules for sure. Dude says, there's a reason the best games on the Xbox have been Hi-Fi Rush, and that was because it was made by a small team with a central focus not touched by executives. Said the king portion of the Activision Blizzard owns games like Candy Crush. Awesome. And Nikki Felty says, is Blabs going to sing in Klingon? This is a good question. Blabs?
I don't know how, so how about I just sing Shake It Off in Minion?
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
Blabs singing Shake It Off in Minion.
What part should I go? Should I just play's gonna play, and the hater's gonna hate. Huh? Do I have
Keep
to
going.
keep going?
Yeah.
Oh man. Baby, I'm just gonna shake. I shake it off. I have to keep going? Heartbreaker's gonna break. Fakeness gonna fake. I'm just gonna shake. I'll shake it off. I'll shake it off. I'm done. That's it.
I will applaud you. I will applaud
Thank you. I don't see Craig singing a Minion.
Well, that was great. Let's talk about something truly earth-shattering. Thank you, Blabs. We still need All That You Want in
I know,
Jamaican.
Jamaican. You want me to do that? I have the lyrics.
Ladies and gentlemen, All That You Want from Ace of Base, sung by by Blabs in Jamaican.
All that she wants. Oh, I had to try Jamaican. Ahem. All that she wants is another baby, Mon. She's going tomorrow, boy, Mon. I can't do a Jamaican.
Give it some effort, Blabs.
How do you do Jamaican? I feel like I need to hold my lucky egg. Ah!
Hold your lucky egg.
There, headphones, lucky egg, I guess. And then the lucky egg, Mon. Okay, I can't do this. Desiree, back me up.
Nope, Desiree.
You're alone.
Leave her on the ledge.
Man. How do you do Jamaican? All that she wants is another baby. Yeah, that sounds Indian. Damn it.
You are appropriating so many cultures right now, possibly breaking down all relations between multiple countries. Blabs, look at this.
Hi.
There you go. Do a Mexican accent. Go ahead. Let's see if you can ruin some other people.
¿Qué pasa? Ah. I can't do
Okay,
it.
we're just gonna just move on. All right.
I'm too white for this.
I'm too white for this, she says. Hashtag cancel Blabs. All right. You guys like Bigfoot? Do you like
Yes.
Bigfoot?
I love Bigfoot.
All right. So, I don't know if y'all saw the big news over the last few days, which this is groundbreaking if true. There was a moment where there was a train passengers in the state of Colorado that looked out their window on the train and they think that they have seen Bigfoot. They have captured Bigfoot. And this, my friends, is the footage of Bigfoot. There, right there. Let's check this out.
An elusive creature. All right, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera. I'll do it.
All right.
Imagine if it's just some random dude who lives in like a furry outfit and just tries to scare people on the train. Or they were filming something and they didn't see the camera crew.
Desiree, is this Bigfoot?
I don't know, but I have a friend who swears he has seen Bigfoot, and I believe him.
Why?
So it might be.
What did they say? Yeah, why do they say they've seen Bigfoot? Tell me the story.
They were out camping and they saw something that looked exactly like Bigfoot. And I believe him. I don't know. Like, he's not a kind of guy that lies about stuff. He's a pretty straight shooter. So,
I mean, when you look at this may be an elaborate setup. And if it is, it's spectacular. Because what they've done is they've essentially matched up. I mean, this is pretty good camo, right? For all we know, this guy, this monstrous creature could have been out here on the hillside the entire time. And it's just hanging out in there because it blends in, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think that's for this to be elaborate, like a prank, which I don't know, maybe it is, maybe not. But my thought is that somebody had to look at this specific area of a mountain on a train path. Then they had to say, I think I can make a suit that looks like that because I want to make a video about Bigfoot. And that's a lot of steps. I mean, that's a lot of steps.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that there are things out there that we don't know exist that
Mhm.
absolutely exist. Do I think that it's Bigfoot? I don't know. I mean, I think that you see all these things shot on cameras, on iPhone cameras, and they're all blurry and fuzzy and all that. But I feel like, why isn't there another angle of this? Surely they're like, the guy's like, well, I'll look on your phone. Well, show me the other angle. I want to see all the angles of this, right? And I think for me, when you look at this thing walking, whatever it may be, it just looks too shiny and perfect. Like look
Right?
at
Yeah.
look at its wonderful hair, right? It's all like hanging off them and stuff. It's too human. But maybe
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
was
Maybe
coordinated.
they just have really silky hair. Maybe they,
Maybe it's Maybelline.
But what is okay? Like, what is the purpose of having silky hair in the mountains of Colorado?
Yeah, they probably wouldn't evolve. Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Right.
I don't know about any of that stuff. If it's real, I don't really have a strong opinion on it, but I just think it's fun to just entertain it. So I do.
Hell
Life's
yeah.
more fun that way. It's more magical and fun. Why not?
I like the Star Wars response part. Like, that's a Wookiee. I thought that was great.
All right, new poll in the chat is not is this real? Is Bigfoot real? Okay, let's see what we got. That Trini Gamer came in and says, looks like a man in a ghillie suit. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the general thought. But once again, why is a man in a ghillie suit just hanging out next to a train, bending over? I mean, it does look very ghillie, right? Like a ghillie suit, but it just he doesn't have a gun, and usually when you have a ghillie suit, you have a gun too. So I don't know. Hayden says, I don't know if this is Bigfoot, but I do know when you're out deep in the woods of Arkansas, you hear some really weird, sometimes bone-chilling noises. Man. Hayden, you ever seen anything crazy like this shit? Just saying. And this is a question for everybody, like in the chat. Have you guys ever seen Bigfoot or any sort of crazy thing? Because like that's a round table that I want to have. I want to get somebody on who's seen Bigfoot, who's experienced ghosts. I
need to get my friend on. He is a character. He is hilarious. He will convince you.
Yes, absolutely. I want to have him on immediately. When? Tomorrow.
I'll talk to him. He's a fun old Southern guy. He's hilarious.
Awesome. Love it. Spectre Wolf came in with the 5, says, I'm too white for this. I would have to agree, Blaz. I would have to agree, Blaz. But it still made my day. Also, is Bigfoot just a furry that has gone too far? Oh my God. It's ridiculous. Shane came in with the $5 Rumble rant, says, you know what it means when a guy has big feet, right? They have big socks. Duh. There you go. Thanks, Shane. All accurate. Vex says, seen a ghost before. Little girl in a white dress. Ooh. Scares the dookie out of me. Lucid Emerald says, I've seen a UFO. Man. You guys, Desiree,
I thought it was a witch when I was a kid because I saw random red lights in my classroom. Then it turned out, I guess, found out years later, it was somebody playing with one of those laser pointers. I kept seeing these random red lights. I'm like, I see things, but no. So I was in second grade. I gotta point that out.
You ever seen anything super weird, Des?
I wish. I want to see something super weird. I think I saw someone else say it in chat. I think the weirdest thing I saw was the Elon Musk satellites. Like before, I didn't know they were happening. I'm like, what is this? And I was kind of like, this is scary. What? They are in a perfect line. And then I looked it up right afterwards. I'm like, oh, shoot. I was kind of disappointed.
Okay. Look, we got a lot of folks who have seen UFOs on the show. Labs?
I already have a thing going for it.
Okay, look, if you would like to be on a UFO roundtable to talk about your experience and for me to ask all sorts of stupid questions, because man, am I intrigued by this. If you would like to be on, if you have seen a UFO, if you have some sort of UFO experience, get a hold of Blabs, tweet at her, and let her know you'd like to be on a roundtable, because I want to make that happen 100%, like 1,000%, definitely. Death Proof came in and says 2019 North Arkansas Bigfoot sighting. In my headlights, long black hair, all over. Saw me and jumped/climbed up into a tree into the pitch black. What? Oh my God, this is great. Sweet Jesus. Death Proof. That's I mean, North Arkansas, Colorado. We're talking about the wilderness here. Some good stuff. Great stuff. Awesome. Whew. All right. I don't know. You guys have anything else on the UFOs and paranormal and Bigfoots and also like Loch Ness monster? That's not real. That's been like debunked many times.
No, I want
How
Nessie
do
to
you
be real
know,
too.
Craig?
Yeah, I want to believe in Nessie. I remember the day I realized that a unicorn wasn't real, and I was devastated. Like I remember being like really young and thinking unicorns were a real thing, and I was so heartbroken. And I still want to believe that unicorns at least existed at some
Listen,
point.
somebody
And maybe
buy
they do.
Desiree a
Maybe
horse
dragons.
with a horn.
No, like
Man.
a real unicorn. I want a unicorn with magical powers.
Magic. That's right.
Yes.
I love it.
I want magic.
Well, I say the only thing about Nessie that's intriguing is that with Nessie in particular is there's all sorts of radar that you can send down and you can see how deep things are and movement on the bottom of oceans and lakes and all sorts of stuff. So I think that one has been debunked, but I don't know.
I think it can get pretty deep. I think there's a large part like of the ocean anyway that hasn't been explored. I don't know about lakes, how deep it gets, but
I don't know. Super Sentai guy says can't tweet Blabs. I can't reach Blabs via tweet. Other options. Blabs, are there any other options to get a hold of you?
I would say email blabberingcollector@gmail.com.
There you go. All right. Here we go. Alistair says, I'm Scottish. Nessie is real. And the unicorn is Scottish national anthem, national animal. Love it.
I need to go move to Scotland.
Maybe. Matthew came in and says, there was a reported UFO sighting in my area last night. I live in British Columbia, Canada, in the Vancouver area. And the sighting was reported in Richmond, a suburb. Ooh, interesting. There's been a lot of UFO sightings going on, man. I'm telling you. Love talking UFOs. That's some scary stuff. Scary and fascinating stuff to me. All right. Tell you, we got anything else? Anything else we need to talk about before we roll out and send everybody off on a happy Friday?
Follow us on all the socials. Links are in the description below. And follow me on Kick. I'll probably play Apex tonight.
Any memes today, Blabs?
No memes. Extra Zero and all the guys are on vacay, I think.
What?
Well, they're off busy. They're busy boys today.
This is our first meme-free show. Extremely upsetting. So sad. Where is the Legion? But I will say this. Everyone go over and follow Lady Desiree over on Kick. It's really important that you do. Let's get this number up here. 1,006. Let's add a few more to that right now. But congratulations on reaching 1,000 followers over there on the Rumble side.
Thank you. Can I just say that I've had so many amazing people have come out from the Side Scrollers community. So I appreciate it very, very, very much. Made some good friends. Y'all know who you are.
Faux show. Nathan says, have a great weekend. No, Nathan, you have a great weekend. All right. I would like to invite everybody to join us over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel in about an hour and a half. Myself and Dan Vask. Dan is going to be playing Doom, the OG. It is the retro gaming police. We're back at it again, starting in about an hour and a half. So look forward to seeing you guys there. Link is in the description at Side Scrollers Plays over on YouTube, or you can find us just over on Rumble at rumble.com/Side Scrollers. Desiree, thanks for popping in on such short notice. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, always have a great time. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. And Blabs, good job today, getting everything ready to go. Appreciate everybody's support. The massive super chats earlier today. I mean, great stuff. We got them on the back wall over here. Disco Cobra and the real, not the fake, the real Smile Bit. Thank you so much for your support today, guys, with those massive 100s. With that said, guys, have an awesome weekend. And I'll see you guys shortly on the Plays channel. Remember, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.